Hello everybody, I'm back with just a little video here. So I think there's going to be a Dojo War here, and it's actually the like the second ever set of Dojo Wars this patch. They set them so Dojo Wars are once a month now. And I realized that there's quite a new players that have hopped in since the last Dojo Wars happened and don't know how Dojo Wars work. So essentially Dojo Wars, it's like two clubs go up against each other. Each club needs 5 players to sign up. So it will randomly match those 5 players up against each other in a series of 5 1 versus 1 matches. And then after the first batch of 5, then there'll be a 5-minute break after the last match ends. And then it shuffles up who's facing who, and then we do another set of 5. And then essentially it's the first team to 8 wins or like a best of 15. So I am in the I'm in Vanity and we're up against Focus. So essentially the goal is just for all of us individually to get our wins. If we win, you get individual rewards, which includes a random Tamer's Paradise token, a random hotfix, and a random ETC. So it's actually really nice rewards. And also, once your club gets knocked out of the Dojo War, there are a amount of rewards that get thrown into the club vault, which can be taken out and distributed to players however the club decides. Alright, so we got thrown into our match. Up against Young Baselord. Worth mentioning here, you are not able to use your showdown teams. You are forced to use your pro teams. I'm just using this team because this team hasn't been updated in a long time and this one's unfinished. I just threw together the Tems from my current ladder team on here, but they're not leveled. They don't have the right movesets or TVs because it's much harder to change those. And I wasn't aptly prepared for this. I didn't want to redo my entire pro team right before we have a big update on Monday. Alright, so it looks like YBL's got a pretty similar team to what he normally runs. He's got the Yowler Acronox combo for late Torment, probably handcuffs on the Volphy. I want to ban either the Mashuk or the Volphy. Honestly, no idea which one. Both are kind of bad. I think I banned the... I forgot what team I was running for a second. I've been so used to running the other team. Volphy and Mashuk would be really bad for my other team, my ladder team. But for this one, it's actually the Digi that's much worse. This is kind of like a very modified version of my MSI team. I don't have a leveled up Hazrat, so I threw Grumper, and Magmut is in a very old version that I had of the team, and it's kind of like in Sipat's slot. Alright, there are no immediate counters to 2-2, so that's what I'm going to pick. I think. I'm trying to think. He'll probably go Volphy and Yowler, in which case I would go Barakalum. Either way, 2-2 just synergizes with so many things on this team that it's a good blue side first pick. I can hit his Toxics with Feather Gatling. Well, at least these two. He's got 4 Toxics, actually. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Whiplump picked up here. Yeah, the Whiplump Acronox combo. So what it wants to do is it wants to Water Cannon into a Venom spread. I'm trying to think. I'm just gonna go Broccolum and hope it lives. Definitely a risk. So I'm gonna assume that Broccolum goes down. I guess there's no way it takes me out because of the tag team, but it'll do like 80% of my health probably, and I'll die to the toxic ticks. So I'll need to plan the rest of the game as if I don't have Broccolum. So Mashuk is definitely more threatening now. But Magmut looks pretty good if I ban Volphy. If I can, I'll probably take out Whiplump on the lead here and then threaten Acronox. So that's what I'm going to go for. Volphy is also the thing Broccolum did the best against. I'm picking up Magmut here. This one is a Fizzgulp Magmut, so it'll be really good into all these physical attackers. I'm assuming this is an anaerobic Volorend, but it could be aerobic too. It just feels like that would be a little bit faster pace than what I'd expect on this team. Grumper's nice. Gario gets walled by the Whiplump if it's swapped out. And the Volorend, but it would be nice against Grunder. Saku gets walled even worse. So we're gonna go with Gario. I mean, Saku I could use wind moves like Boomerang on either Mashuk or Acronox. And I could even Narco the Yowler. But the problem with Saku in the Toxic matchup is it's so slow, it always takes hits first. It might even be something where this Mashuk is calced to be faster than the Acronox enough that he can waste water into Venom Spread. Which would be very bad for me. I'm not sure if it is, but it could be. Marbles value, he also has it. I'm just gonna go for the Plague Nox Bomb. He could swap in one of his Toxics here and that would be bad. But Acronox doesn't have a good turn 1. Worst thing he could do would be to sting my 2-2 and then swap in Garunder. Because that would trap me in, and I would be stuck and have to eat Garunder's electric move. But he also might swap Acronox instead, because I could use both a wind move and a melee move to kill Acronox. So I have kill pressure on both of these. Ah, he guessed right. Okay. Yeah. That is unfortunate. And now have to basically hope that he has, or he doesn't have energy drink on his Garunder, so I can put it to sleep. Or I double into the Acronox. Oh no, it's War Drum, so I know that it's not. So I can survive at least one. Oh, okay. The bad thing about pro teams. I forgot to switch this move, it looks like. My stamina is also a little extra than it needs to be, but maybe that'll help out here because of the marbles. Acronox could potentially Toxin Shower, which would wake up his Garunder and let it avoid my Soul Shout, which the game might be kind of over then. So I'm hoping he doesn't do that. Alright, moment of truth. Does he Toxin Shower? If he doesn't, I can probably finish off the Garunder with a double. He does! Slower Acronox doesn't always run Toxin Shower because it gets less value when it's slower. It's just this is not my fast Garunder set. Or faster Broccolum, that's what I meant. I do OX by 2 if I Inner Spirit. Gonna risk it though. Alright, he predicted me to Inner Spirit that slot, so that's nice. Oh, but he does outspeed with my 2-2. This is I didn't update my speed on this 2-2. Because updating TV sucks. So he's made every single play that would be in his favor so far. Not slipping up once. Because if I had double into Acronox turn 1, game would already be over. Because even if he trapped me with 2-2, he wouldn't have been able to wake up his Garunder, and my High Toe plus Inner Spirit would have killed it like we just saw. But now there's no damage on the Mashuk. My Wind type is gone. Broccolum's stuck on the field and OX'd. It is a really awful situation. But that happens sometimes. He's got his ladder team he's super comfortable with, and I do not. Let's see. He sent in his Acronox. Got more marbles value. Unfortunately, the game's just over. My only chance is if he sent in Whiplump there. But without that, yeah, he Soil Steams, does like 80% of my health. And kills me with another one next turn. Seems like he's got a very bulky Mashuk. Even +2, I never outspeed anything here. The bright side, I didn't need Resin Trap for anything. I got unlucky turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. It would actually be better if I died to the Toxic Tick here. So it's actually unfortunate that I don't. I would have needed to kill the Acronox there though, which I just don't have any potential to. I really thought turn 1 he would use the Venom Spread combo, because that would do a lot of damage to Broccolum. But I guess he acknowledged that my Broccolum wasn't a threat outside of the lead. And it would be better to target my 2-2, which was. So I should have acknowledged that. Things may have gone differently if I did so. But it happens. He's got Whiplump and Acronox in the back. I'm just kind of waiting, because you have to wait for all matches in the round to be over before you go on to the second round of the Dojo War. So I mean, it's kind of nice because you can go and spectate your clubmates after your match is done. I'm not really sure what he's thinking about here. He already won the game like 3 turns ago. It happens sometimes. Maybe he's considering doing like a helicopter kick and toxin shower, because that would give him evasion. Yeah. My only sliver of a chance was if he kept in Acronox there, and I was able to kill it so that he only had one threat to my Magmut. Oh no, I didn't even. I decided against targeting it anyways. That is a very bulky Tireless Mashuk. Unfortunately, yeah, the game was. I got hard predicted like 3 turns in a row. You can't come back from that. Alright. Looks like it's 2-2. One more match going on. We'll spectate Devs, see if he can make it a 3-2 score. I guess we gotta hope that he's got a fast Platymus with Aquatic up. The +2 attack on the Monko means it more than likely has Hook. Monko's not the fastest Tem in the world. So if Dev's Platymus does have Aquatic up, it can probably outspeed and kill. Tolkien will go down, but I think that's fine. Adoro can probably finish off Platymus from this much health. Might become a stamina battle because Toxin Shower is such good stamina value. It's like he's saving the Tolkien. Maybe it has Tornado up. We see the Aquatic, it is faster, Monko goes down. Adoro doesn't mind that, kind of shakes it off. The Platymus probably looking to get a Toxin Shower. I guess it could come down to if this Platymus OXs and if Tolkien has Tornado up. From this health, Toxin Shower probably kills River the Platymus, but it shouldn't kill Adoro. So Adoro would be able to break the evasion. That's probably not enough stamina to use another move afterwards. Ooh. That's a bit risky because you're dealing damage to your own Adoro. Oh, the Vigas though, dealing some damage on both sides. So, yep. Platymus uses Toxin Shower now. Adoro goes down. Rotten Goo to break the evasion and a slight OX. Does the Tolkien outspeed and get the Aquatic off? Or and get the Tornado off? And does the opposing Platymus Aquatic without OXing? Because if the Aquatic OXs also, it'll take recoil and one more move from River would be enough to finish it off. Because that's one good thing about nicknames is that you can just call them by their nickname instead of just saying Platymus when there's 2 on the field. Alright, the Tornado outspeeds. Maybe it was a slower Platymus or a fast Tolkien, I'm not sure. But that is another win, so the current score is 3-2 in our favor. So since the last match finished, there's a 5-minute waiting period before the next one. During this time, you're able to see your opponent. You can share info against your opponent, or like what kind of team that your opponent was running. And like say, give an idea of speed tiers and stuff to help your team out for who they were facing next. Alright, I probably cut it to this point. So essentially, since we have 3 wins already, if we were to get a 5-0 on our opponents here, it would end because it's a best of 15 and we would have 8 wins. If not, we'll go to a round 3. Since you get individual rewards per win, sometimes it's actually better to take it to round 3 nowadays, but you're just trying to get as many wins as you can get anyways, so it's not like it's in your control much. That was a recent change they did. Base and low gain. You're stuck with the team you pick at the start for the entire tournament, so it'll pop up just briefly as if I get to choose a different team, but it'll automatically, yeah. So here's the team I'm using again. Monko gets banned. Monko's really bad for this team. Really, really bad. I'm sad to see Brocklim go down. I really wanted to play at this game. He's got potential Gazuma Zalbian lead. I have Gario, but I don't think my Gario lives a plague. Not this one, at least. Volfi's also far more threatening because my limited melee options. I'm just gonna go. I'm actually gonna go Saku here, I think. He could go Hazrat. Okay, he goes for the Zalbian instead. I'm gonna ban the Volfi because it hits Gario, Scaravolt. It basically everything other than 2-Vine here. And I'm probably gonna take a lot of damage on these two in the lead. Problem is, I don't know if the Zabian's gonna click Electro Punch or Wastewater. Because if it clicks Electro Punch on Tutsu, it's not gonna like that at all. And if it clicks Wastewater, Saku's not gonna like that. I'm clicking Lifeful Sap on Saku turn 1 to heal a bit. And I'm probably gonna click Feather Gatling on the Zalbian. Because I don't think the Oshiara is staying in. Because it doesn't know if I have Petal Dagger or not. Grumper gets banned. That's sad, but it makes sense. Gario's the second Earth type though, so I can still counter the Ragnet, Gazuma. Now the bigger problem is the Momo. I'm gonna pick the Scaravolt. Having the option of Good Friend is always good. Also, its defensive typing is just going to be better here. If Oshiara dies, it'll be really nice, actually. I'm assuming it's a pretty fast Zalbian, and I'm a really slow Tutsu, so if he clicks Wastewater, Feather Gatling is going to be super effective, might even take it out. And then Lifeful Sap. I don't think he's keeping Oshiara in here. Nox Bomb plus Petal Dagger would always kill, yeah. He swaps in Momo, gets the holds off, that makes sense. That's not good. Please Wastewater. Oh, telekinetic. Not what I was expecting. It's a pretty tanky Zalbian. Um... Tutu's gonna get outsped and just killed here. So I could either swap in something else to eat the hits or just sack Tutu. I think I want to keep Tutu alive. I think this is a decent board for a little bug. Then I'm just gonna narco hit the Momo. I have energy drink on my Saku, so I won't fall asleep. And super effective physical damage on Momo is super good. Ooh, Bark is unfortunate. I can swap out, and Camo will remove that, which would help. Because Camo wipes all stat changes upon swap. I'm actually going to swap Tutu back in now. I think it's done a pretty good job. He swaps the Zalbian, which is good, for Hazret. And now I just brought Tutu back in, which is really nice. But he does get the knockback off, and I now wish... Oh no, he clicks it on Saku though. Which, that's really good for me, because Lifeful Sap's going to heal that right back up. Momo goes down. That was a big threat to my team, so I'm glad to get that out of here. I don't know how bulky the Hazrat is. Feather Gatling can kill one with 0 bulk. But this one probably has some bulk. Tesla Prison plus another move would hurt really bad. This is a pretty good time for Scarevolt to come back in. Good Friend will activate. So he can't double in, and I resist both of Gazuma's stabs. It's not contagious, Hazrat. That did a lot of damage. That is a special attack invested Gazuma. It does live, but that's actually better for me here. We got a really nice Electric Storm that'll finish off the Hazrat, covers his Oshiara and Zalbian's swaps. Once Hazrat goes down, Saku can kind of just run through his team. He might have Wastewater on the Zalbian, but he hasn't revealed it yet, so... I think I'm still doing okay. Plus, I got full health Gario and 2 Vayne in the back. I'm not worrying yet. He does swap in the Oshiara. Bit risky since it's into an electric move. He must have some amount of bulk. That's the second Marbles proc. Serbatio's is available, so I have to be wary of that. Yeah. Saku's still nice here. A Boomerang should finish off the Oshiara. Just in case I survive, I'm gonna throw a Magma Cannon out. We see the Hazrat, but I Boomeranged, so I'm not worried. He must have been hoping I have Petal Dagger, but I do not. He does get the Toxic Farewell proc, which is not something I wanted to see. He gets fast charge, but I should still be fine. With this doubling, I should be able to take out Gazuma and Zalbian. And then my 2-Vine in the back can just throw a Nox Bomb. Finish off the Oshiara. Scaravolt's super bulky, it doesn't mind that too much. Well, Zalbian does survive, but I doubled it. Gazuma also survives, but it will die to the burn. Alright. Just Oshiara left. It's gonna Servatios, and I'm probably gonna eat a Tesla Prison here on Saku as well. Good chance I die. If I don't, that's cool too. Unseen Blow, not taking any risks. I still live, but it gets Hurricane off. Scaravel doesn't even die. It's kind of funny. We'll just throw out 2-Vine. Because Gario doesn't have any super effective hits. Or even normally effective hits. Eating the Servatios here, num 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 num. That's just fine. I mean, it hurts. Like, 2-Vine special defense is not something to brag about. There we go. Oshiara goes down, and we get a win. And some rewards as well. Let's see what we can come out with. Good ETC? Thunderstrike or something? Roots. Okay, that's unfortunate. I actually got roots earlier today as well from this. From Dojo Wars, that is. We watched Dev last time. We'll hop into Helena's match. Oh, and Yowler surviving on like 2 health. A Mimit Acronox. Or a Mimit Yowler, I mean. That could be really good. And the Arachnite has adaptive proc and it's wind type. So that makes it really threatening to Acronox. I mean, Arachnite doesn't learn any offensive wind moves. But it's got Res Badge, which makes me think it's got Unseen Blow and can hurt super bad. It will OX if it attacks one more time, though. See a Toxin Shower actually taking out his own Yowler. We see the Arachnite rest, though, so the Acronox lives. So Acronox, because adaptive proc is not currently digital type, so it won't be weak to the water move. However, the combo of Venom Spread and Water Cannon is available. I'm not sure how bulky the Mimit and Arachnite are, but they could potentially get one shot. I think the Yowler has Oshidashi and should be able to delete the Acronox, so he'll probably go for that, yeah. And just hope that he can live the +2 unseen. Interesting. Maybe the Acronox rested, afraid of OXing or something? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it went for Rotten Goo? Well, the T-Strike also comes out, and that is another win. So that is awesome. Alright. So we do go to a 3rd round now, so we can get some more rewards, potentially. We have a really nice lead, though. As long as one of us wins in this last round here, we will get the win and move on to the next round, which should be tomorrow. I mentioned this on a stream before, but also all dojos have a certain time. It's like there's 6 times all spread out for with 4 hours difference between them. So some dojos are probably going to be better for you to sign up for than others. You have to have at least 9 members to sign up for a dojo war, because if you get to the final day, which would be on Saturday, then you would be then you instead of sending in 5 players for the 1v1s, you actually send in 9. So you need 9 players, and they have to be 9 active players. If you sign up and don't show for your match, or you aren't able to get enough players, you actually lose 30,000 from your club vault, which is really unfortunate. It was a change they made recently, but at the same time, it does entice people to show up more often, because it kind of punishes you if you don't. I think that covers most of it. If anyone has any more questions about Dojo Wars, feel free to ask in the comments, and I will answer as best I can. And if you're looking for a club to join to play Dojo Wars in, I would definitely check out the main Discord. There is a club's recruiting chat, and just let one of them know that you're interested in PvP and Dojo Wars, and I'm sure they would love to have you. My club is not openly recruiting right now, so I would not be able to let any of you join. Just a fair warning. I am going to cut now to the start of the next round. Alright, we are here starting round 3. I am against Kiskles, faced him on ladder a few times. He's running a fairly bulky team. This team's a lot better against bulky than some of my other ones. He's actually got Gulder and Naga on the same team. That's a really old combo. A lot of players I don't think made new. I don't think a lot of players made new teams for this. So I had to think there. His team's really weak to Grumper. Like, really, really weak to Grumper. I don't think I'm going to first pick it, though. Since he didn't ban either of my Earths, I'm not too afraid of Scaravolt. Gulder does not have Bamboozle turn 1 anymore, so the Naga Gulder lead is not as scary as it used to be. He does ban my Gario. So I have to be a bit more cautious now around the Turok. I don't think this Scaravolt is actually scuffed. Or no, I know that it's not scuffed because I tried to get it ready to go in Showdown, which means it needs all perfect stats. If he picks Venks here, I go Saku in the last slot, I think, because I have Narco hit. Otherwise, I think Scaravolt's going to be the better option. I'm not sure if a Nox Bomb plus Plague kills Naga. Naga has a lot of bulk with Decidora. Like, He picked Garender, so I'm gonna go Scaravolt. I know that both of my Tems can live any double in that they throw at me. It's just a question of, am I able to kill the Nagase? Because if not, then I would have just wasted 2 hits. And I don't think I can. Yeah, no, it's not scuffed. I actually have 1 speed in it. Oh, that's also a fun little bug. Sometimes your name pops out in activities. I don't really need Tutsu for anything, though. Maybe I just take the risk. I just don't think I ever kill. Maybe this is what I do. This also prevents the double in. So if he was to Toxic Ink or Tutsu or something, yeah, then the Beta Burst gets redirected to my Scaravolt. Alright, perfect. You can't freely swap because he can't threaten with Gould. I guess he'll probably just Serbatios and Bamboozle. Yeah. Goulder does live. Oh, it has first aid kit, so it definitely lives. I didn't need Scaravolt for anything, it was basically just to deal with this. He could swap out Nagase and save it for 1 turn later. He could also very well just kill Tutsu here. High pressure water, so he has a second water move. That's really interesting. He does OX though, so not really sure what his plan there was. Yeah, send in the Turok. The Seadora is on its last turn, so he does get a hit off. I'm gonna take the risk and show off. I know I'll eat a stone ball here, but I think I can take it pretty well. I have tag team, I have Fizz Gulp, and I have Nut Bar. Yeah, so that basically does just half, which isn't bad at all. I'm just gonna Soul Shout. He'll probably get a Rock Fall off, but I think that's fine. I'm just gonna throw an Oshidashi out the Scaravolt. Because I'm +2 now, it's gonna hurt bad. Swaps here, brings in Garunder. That's pretty good for me. Because I use Soul Shout. That did not do nearly as much as I'd hoped. I'm just gonna Worm Cuddle just in case they get outsped and take a lot of damage somewhere. Broccolum can deal with Nagase and Turok, so I just need to create a little bit of space for that. Firenado. Grumper eats that really nice. I'm gonna Dust Vortex, but I'm also gonna Oshidashi the Garunder slot. Because Dust Vortex will kill Garunder if it stays in. I guess he probably swaps in Turok in the Scaravolt slot for Synergy Paizo. So I would kind of wish I swapped my Magmut for Broccolum now. But that's okay. No. He swaps the Garunder for Nagase. Fair enough. Oh, it's got Baton Pass. It didn't have heavy armor? Okay, that I did not pay attention to. And I wish I did. I mean, Electric Storm should double KO. It doesn't kill Scaravolt, oh well. He always Rock Falls here. He has to kill both. If he saves the Scaravolt, it doesn't really matter either. Having Grumper and Broccolum as my 2 Tems left is really nice. Both of them have synergized so well with each other. Like, Broccolum wouldn't be able to deal with Scaravolt and Garunder very well, but Grumper deals with them perfectly. And Grumper can't deal with Turok well, but Broccolum's got it. They both cover their weaknesses so well, but have horrible defensive typings. He did Turbine. Interesting. Maybe it's got like Nox Bomb instead of Rockfall or something. Everyone's watching me. It must be the last match going on. Oh, he does have rock ball. There it is. That's Garender down. And that's Turok down. GG's. Pop out and see how everyone else did, but we only needed one win to move on to tomorrow, so that's cool. Alright. High pressure water, that is one of the worst ETCs. Very unlucky with the ETCs, but that's okay. Still get like 30 Novas, 200 feathers, and some bonus Pansuns. And the hotfixes are nice too. Let's see how everyone else did. Oh! They almost came back and swept us, so that was kind of nuts. Kinda nuts. GG's focus. Yep, so that's gonna be all from me. I hope you guys at least learned a little bit about Dojo Wars. And hopefully I made it so it was kind of a bit more watchable. So before there used to be like a 40 or like 20 to 30 minute wait time between matches because they were they had set start times at the hour, but they would always finish faster unless it was a really slow stall team. But they've made a lot of great improvements to Dojo Wars. It's just that they're super slow. One other thing I should mention, if you do win on the final day of Saturday, you will get ownership of the dojo, and okay, you can customize it as much as you want. You can put it whatever you want in here if you have it in your club dojo, and then you become one of the hollow tamers up here, and people can battle against you. And then like everyone pays to get into the park and earn the hot fixes at the end of this. You would get 100% of the profits added to your club vault. And you could distribute them to however you wanted. Some clubs do like in-house tournaments. Other people just pay them out to whoever played during the Dojo Wars the most. But yes, that should cover most everything. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section or to just DM me. I'd be more than happy to help. Also, I just realized I didn't have the bottom right Pookie the whole time. I'm sorry, funny Pookie. Yeah, alright. Thank you all so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.